My name is Chris Newlands. I am the Chief Executive and the founder of an organisation called Space Aye. So we are highly innovative in terms of location and Internet of Things data. We control the relationship between the 15 billion Internet of Things data devices and real-time satellite imagery. And if you imagine if Google Earth was live and the ability to see the world in real time, we have a situation where you'll be able to see and engage with and monitor what's in the satellite picture, not just the actual image itself. So the moment there's a dot on the image, effectively we control that relationship, and that makes it more unique, personal, and fundamentally interoperable too. So Location Data Scotland have supported us fairly extensively actually. So we attended the Geo Business Week in the ExCeL in London this year, and a number of opportunities arose from that, including a discussion around autonomous vehicles, because the ability to actually see what's happening miles ahead and to the side of the actual vehicle, it will be critical when you go to level 5 autonomous vehicles. So just now level 2 is where you go in the car and actually have to touch the car, which is a Tesla, for example. If you want to get into the car and you've drunk some Scottish whisky and you want to be driven home, that's level 5. So there's no steering wheel, you'll be driven home. So the ability to see the world at night time, during the day, through clouds or smoke, and the ability to identify other vehicles for avoidance purposes is obviously essential too. There's another organisation that's looking at us from a transportation perspective, the ability to maybe pick up holes in the road and the movement of traffic thereafter. So if you imagine if satellite navigation was real time and actually you were able to see in advance or real time rather than just a red line on a sat nav, then fundamentally that's captured within our patent. So that one use case is really quite extensive. Another conversation that's come out of the conversations with Location Data Scotland is an extension to that conversation. We've been working with and discussing with the policing organisations, so Police Scotland, NPCC, and also Interpol and the City of London Police. And the comments we'll be getting so far is this is a game changer from a policing and security perspective. Just the ability to see the world in real time or near real time is transformational. So we've been working with that. Now fundamentally LDS has been working with in Scotland the emergency services about accuracy of location in terms of getting to a patient earlier. In 30 seconds, let's face it, can save a life potentially. And the ability to obviously from a command and control perspective see the world differently too. That's also extended into things like wildfires. We're having conversations now with a number of governments and authorities on the ability not just to see a pretty picture of a fire from space, but the ability to identify the firefighters and the responders and their assets, which again transforms massively the impact of those responders, hopefully putting the fire out more quickly, which is a climate impact and benefit too. So if you understand that a 1 week's fire in the Californian wildfires in recent years equated to an annual output of the entire aviation sector, we believe in the US for a year, it gives you an idea if we can put these out quicker, it will slow down the global boiling. And we're of the opinion that our technology strategy and patented method could transform that strategy significantly. We don't see ourselves as a product, we see ourselves as a brand new sector, which is quite a statement to make actually. So we're currently industrialising our processes. We've solved the problem of taking real-time satellite imagery from satellites in its various formats. There's over 20 different formats. And if you remember the time of VHS and Betamax, 20 different formats is hardly anything but interoperable. So what we're trying to do fundamentally is create a mass market adoption of real-time satellite imagery and look at how that could be useful in various sectors. So we're currently talking to the shipping sector through the IMO, International Maritime Organization, International Maritime Satellite Organization. We're currently speaking to the oil and gas sector. One really good example of that. So fundamentally, oil and gas can be a very dangerous place to work from a health and safety perspective, but it also has a massive impact on our ecosystem and the climate as well. So in some countries, big percentages, sometimes 30 to 50% of the oil that's produced is stolen, and obviously when they are leaving the scene, the oil is pouring into the water table, which has a localised impact on the local climate as well, apart from the fiscal aspect of it and having to produce more oil to compensate simultaneously. So we have the ability, uniquely, to identify everyone who should be in the satellite picture. That would be the oil and gas workers, the security workers, the police, possibly the army, and the ability for them to be identified as the satellite passes over in real time, and equally using artificial intelligence, being able to identify who should not be in the satellite picture. That allows them to make better, more informed decisions and hopefully respond in a way that reduces the fraud to a point where it's much more manageable, and the impact on our climate too.